The breaking news.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to All Transfer News. Today, we've got the latest updates on our beloved club, Liverpool. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a moment of Liverpool transfer news. Let's get started.
Liverpool got TWO world-class players and £100 million. Florian Wirtz deal. Liverpool are finally starting to witness the genuine world-class talent they invested £60 million in. This is the moment many supporters have been anticipating. The Merseyside Giants embarked on a major rebuild in 2025, reshaping both their attacking options and their fullback positions. Florian Wirtz was brought in as the new creative hub, while Alexander Isak and Hugo Ekitike were signed to lead the line. Even Rio Ngumoha, still a teenager, has been integrated into the senior squad, highlighting how deep the rebuild truly went. In truth, this should be considered phase 2 of the overhaul, perhaps phase 3, if you include the managerial change. The process began in 2023 when Jörg Schmadtke and Jurgen Klopp heavily revamped the midfield. Alexis Mac Allister was the first through the door, followed by Dominik Szoboszlai, Wataru Endo, and Ryan Gravenberch. That investment bore fruit last season, with Mac Allister and Gravenberch excelling to such an extent that both earned places in the PFA Team of the Year. Endo, while not always a starter, proved to be an invaluable squad option, perfectly justifying his £17 million price tag. Both Klopp and his successor, Arne Slot, have relied on him in crucial moments. Szoboszlai, however, was the marquee arrival. Liverpool activated his £60 million release clause, securing one of Europe's most talked-about talents. Yet despite glimpses of quality, his role often felt understated, more facilitator than headline act. That is why Liverpool moved for Wirtz, expecting the German to be the true star in the number 10 role. Ironically, his presence may have given Szoboszlai the push he needed. This season, Hungarian looks transformed, dynamic, versatile, and consistently decisive. He has impressed in multiple positions, including midfield and even as an emergency right-back. His match-winning strike against Arsenal earned deserved praise, but his performance against Burnley was even more telling. Starting at right-back in the first half before moving into midfield after Mac Allister's substitution, Szoboszlai delivered a complete performance. He registered more defensive actions than any Liverpool player, 9, completed 90% of his passes, struck 7 accurate long balls, no outfield player managed more than 2, and supplied 10 passes into the final third. Add 6 long-range shots, and Burnley had no choice but to sit deep. It was a display reminiscent of Steven Gerrard at his peak, covering ground, dictating tempo, and creating danger from every angle. This is the version of Szoboszlai Liverpool believed they were buying. The confident, commanding figure capable of dictating games and deciding outcomes. With Wirtz providing direct competition, Szoboszlai appears to have elevated his level, turning himself into another world-class option in Slot's squad. Meanwhile, Liverpool's attention is already shifting to another defensive reinforcement. Reports suggest they are preparing for a battle with Chelsea to sign Marc Guéhi once his contract with Crystal Palace expires. Liverpool reclaimed top spot in the table with their narrow victory over Burnley, courtesy of Mohamed Salah's 95th minute winner. At the back, Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate collected their second clean sheet of the campaign. With Konate rediscovering form after a rocky spell, had Guéhi arrived in the summer, Konate's starting role may have faced greater competition. Instead, Palace held firm, keeping their captain with a year left on his deal. That decision opens the door for Slot to secure him for free in 2026. However, Chelsea are circling. According to TBR Football, the Blues are keen to lure Guéhi to Stamford Bridge, and several other Premier League clubs are also monitoring his availability. The appeal for Guéhi is obvious. Chelsea remain unbeaten. Alongside Liverpool and Palace, and under Enzo Maresca, they look like genuine challengers. Their midfield and attack are strong, but Levi Colwill's ACL injury has left their defensive depth exposed. Recruiting. would strengthen them significantly. Although he must consider Chelsea's tendency to spend heavily in every window, even if he secures a starting place, new signings could easily threaten his long-term role. From Liverpool's perspective, delaying the move until 2026 may be smarter. Konet's contract expires that summer, and Guéhi could step straight into the side if the Frenchman departs. Signing him in January might disrupt squad balance, while also limiting opportunities for Giovanni Leone, the talented 18-year-old who needs minutes to accelerate his development. For now, Liverpool must weigh stability against ambition. But one thing is certain, the club's rebuild is not yet finished. With Szoboszlai blossoming into the star they once imagined, and potential signings like Guéhi on the horizon, the Reds are building a team that could dominate the Premier League for years to come. The atmosphere around the Manchester United squad felt calm yet focused. Players exchanged brief words before heading inside to begin their final preparations for match day. Manager Ruben Amorim and his coaching staff were deep in discussion, highlighting the tactical planning that has gone into preparing for the derby. Outside the Etihad, supporters gathered in numbers, hoping for a glimpse of the team and adding to the buzz surrounding the high-stakes fixture. Both clubs enter the match under immense pressure to prove the progress of their respective rebuilds. For United fans, seeing the squad arrive together offers hope for a resilient showing on enemy ground. With the team now safely inside the stadium, the countdown truly begins. Kickoff looms, and United will be hoping this arrival marks the start of a statement-making afternoon in Manchester. United still tracking Carlos Baleba amid Brighton change as Manchester United continue to closely monitor Carlos Baleba, especially in light of recent changes at Brighton and Hove Albion. The Seagulls have confirmed the departure of technical director David Weir as a key figure in shaping the club's recent recruitment strategy. One of his notable achievements was securing Baleba in 2023, ironically, a move that helped Manchester United recognize his long-term potential. United made a serious approach for the 21-year-old midfielder during the last summer transfer window, but Brighton's £100 million price tag quickly ended negotiations, especially considering United's heavy spending in other areas. Sources around Old Trafford suggest the club is in no rush. They're willing to wait until 2026 if necessary. A testament to how highly they rate Baleba's upside. Baleba has quickly become a cornerstone in Brighton's midfield, starting all 3 Premier League matches before the international break. His combination of energy, ball progression, and composure has made him one of the league's most exciting young midfielders, with Weir's exit signaling a possible shift in Brighton's stance. It remains to be seen whether their position in future negotiations softens or hardens. United